When Elijah prayed and God sent the fire from heaven, what a great spiritual high that must have been for everybody that saw it, except for Elijah. He came down the mountain, got under a tree, and begged God to kill him, just take him on home. Well, God didn't answer that prayer, and he let Elijah get that out of his system, and he let him live. God was patient with Elijah, and he calls us to be patient with others. I remember one time earlier in my ministry, man, I had a rant about a particular activity people involved themselves in. I could rant for 2 minutes, 5 if I needed it, 20 if I needed that. I remember one night we were at a place, it was packed, and I went on one of my rants. And people loved it. They threw their chairs, they carried on, had a big fit. And I was feeling pretty good about myself because I had really ranted well. I walked off the stage that night and walked into a family of people who I knew had a member of their family that suffered from the very behavior that I had ranted about that night. They didn't say a word. They didn't have to. I knew. I walked straight to the bus, bypassing our product table. I got on my knees and I said, God, if you let me live, and there's no reason why you should, if you let me live, I'll never do that again as long as I live. I never have done it either, because I knew that night God had every right to take me out based on what I'd said and what I'd done. But it taught me a lesson in patience. God had every right to destroy me that night based on how I'd acted and what I'd said. And he did let me live. I'm going to be patient with others because God has been patient with me.